This video, we're going to look at x and y intercepts from a table. So, here we're given a table with x and y values. X is going from -3 to -6 to -9. Y is going from 6 to 4 to 2. So, when we are talking about our y-intercept, remember, y-intercept is when x is 0. So I'm just going to write that on this side, just as a reminder. My y-intercept is when x is 0, which means that my x-intercept happens when y is 0. So to figure out what my intercepts are, both my x and my y-intercepts, I have to figure out when x is 0, and I have to figure out when y is 0. So I'm going to use my slope to help me figure out what these missing values in the table are. Here I can see that x, from -3 to -6, it went down 3. Same thing here. From -6 to -9, I also went down 3. If I were to keep the pattern up, I would go down 3 again, and that would give me -12. But I'm trying to figure out when x is 0. These numbers are just taking me the wrong way. So to figure out when x is 0, I have to go the opposite way. I have to go back up towards the positive numbers. So if I need to go the opposite direction, I'm just going to use the opposite operation. So instead of subtracting 3, I'm going to add 3. -3 plus 3 gives me 0. So I can already see so far that I'm close to finding my y-intercept because I have x is 0 on my table now. So I'm going to do the same thing to my y side. I'm going to use my change in y to help me fill in these missing y values. Here I see that from 6 to 4, I went down 2. Same thing, from 4 to 2, I went down 2. To keep that constant rate of change going, I'm going to go down 2 again. And 2 minus 2 is 0. If I wanted to go the opposite direction and go this way, instead of subtracting 2, I'm going to add 2 because I'm going the opposite direction. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So now I can look at my table and I can see that my y-intercept when x is 0 happens at 0, 8. That's my y-intercept. I can also see that my x-intercept happens at -12, 0, because that's when y is equal to 0. So that's how you find your y-intercepts and your x-intercepts on a table. All you're doing is looking to see when those specific values are equal to 0 on your table.